My initial post meshed with my fellow students in many different ways. The first thing I noticed is that when it comes to talking about Keeger's defense in his own testimony that he was unfamiliar with the law, we all agree that this was ignorance of the law. Ignorance of the law. It was ignorance because basically he didn't make it his duty to like figure out what he was supposed to do and what he wasn't supposed to do, because at the end of the day, like, that was his responsibility. And we all understand the fact that the people who are over him or who are in charge of him also are at fault for that for many reasons, because that's something that they should have made sure he knew. And it's also something that should have been required to talk about when, he was training on the job or when he got the job. And we all also agree that the jury acquitting Keeger of all charges was basically a slap in the face for the task force. And we all agree that the judge has a big impact on this case, because basically this caused the task force to be put on hold for a while, which means more than likely there were more overdoses and deaths and everything. But although that did set a major setback, the force came back stronger, meaning that they began to see and be able to do more when it came to like patient brokering and protecting people. Another thing we talked about was the line of questioning mentioned in the discussion post. It raised a lot of questions for all of us, because we all understand that there could have been many like explanations for why people didn't return. And we all understand that it's common sense that the reason they didn't return is because of the task force. For example, like, they saw them as a threat. Which is very sad, because they should have been getting helped and not used or, being taken advantage of. And something else we talked about is societal bias against individuals suffering from addiction, which this is for many different reasons. Because basically, people just got robbed. And, like, even though this case is a fraud case, it's still the same thing. Like, even though people are addicts or going through what they're going through, doesn't mean that Keeger was, more credible than them. And I feel like we all understand that also.